So, welcome everyone to our midweek exhale. I am Sharyn with a Y, and I am one half of the Exhale Awakening. Marie, who is that way on my screen, is the other half of the Exhale Awakening. And tonight we are going to, well, it's tonight for us now. Forgive me if you're listening to the recording in daylight. But tonight we're going to take you into a nice, gentle breath work for for this new moon week. So some of you maybe don't know, but as well as this, I'm also an astrologer, so I'm aware of the cycles of the moon, and it's our the way that we work is especially gentle anyway, but at a new moon time. It's definitely an extra invitation to be even quieter and even gentler because it's that time when we are invited to the wintering. It's the time when we're invited to the quiet. And so the way our sessions work, for those of you who are new to us today or new to us via recording, is that we introduce you to four different breath styles. And we intersperse those with birdsong and silence. Now, we do this partly because we love it, but we also do it because there's a little bit of science behind the benefits of birdsong and silence. Both of them lower the stress hormones and increase the happy feeling hormones. But the silence allows our brains to create new neurons, which I didn't know happened as an adult, so that's amazing. And the bird song lifts our mood to such an extent that it can stay with us for 8 hours or up to 8 hours, which is a beautiful way of just lifting our mood and putting a smile on our faces. So we're going to start this evening with some breath awareness, followed by some silence and bird song before we move um, into what we call low, slow, and deep. So a way of really getting like as little breath as possible, but really nice and deep into our bodies. Then we are going to do some finger tracing. So we're going to breathe, move up our fingers on the inhale and move down our fingers on the exhale. And then up our fingers on the inhale. That would be better, wouldn't it? Down our fingers on the exhale. And I'll remind you of this, you know this as I go along. But we're just going to do this finger tracing just to connect the breath and the body and really settle in to our kind of earthy experience. And then we're going to finish with some coherence breathing, the balanced breath of steady inhale, matching inhale and exhale. And then at the end, we'll stop the recording. At the end of the breath work, we'll stop the recording and there will be a space for you to share your experience if you wish to, be that in the chat box or be that unmuting yourself and having a chat with us, which we would love. So we only have one rule, or one golden rule, and that is be comfortable. So, this is your pause in the middle of the week. It's your time of gentleness. So, take care of yourself, take care of your body. Allow yourself, if you need to drink, if you need to put blankets on to keep you nice and warm and cozy, or take them off as I frequently do because I'm too hot. Whatever it is that you need to be comfortable, make that the first priority. And the guidance that we give you for the breath, it is called breath work. So we do invite you to give the breaths a try and see how they feel. But we also invite you to really kind of tune into your own intuition. And if one of them doesn't feel right, um, you can slow it down, you can speed it up until it does feel right. Or you can just ignore us completely and just breathe with your natural rhythm along to the music and just enjoy enjoy the break and the relaxation in whatever way best serves you. I think I've covered everything there. I've got a little nod from my partner in crime, so that's cool. So make yourselves comfortable. You can do this seated or lying down. I don't suggest you get up quickly. So if the door goes or you suddenly realize you've left a pot on the stove, don't dash to get it. Gently, gently just make sure you've found your feet. But apart from that, lie down or sit up as suits you. And just taking a deep breath in and then sighing out on the exhale. And maybe do that again, and this time sigh out with some noise. It doesn't need to be a loud noise, but of course it can be. And just do one more. Oh. Mm. And as you get settled down and as you get comfortable, we're just going to bring some awareness to this present moment. And we know that the present moment moves into the future, the next moment and the next. But for now, let's see if we can put to one side wherever we've just been, whatever has happened in the past. And if we can put to one side whatever we can think of that's coming or is happening into the future. And just allow yourself the gift of this present moment. You're comfortable. You have everything that you need right now. And just breathe with that. Just feel the inhale and the exhale. On the inhale, I have everything I need. And on the exhale, so I can relax. And just notice how that feels. Does that feel true to you? Or does it make you feel uncomfortable in any way? And there's nothing to do except that. Just notice. Everything that you arrived with and everything you have to do afterwards will all be there, waiting for you if you want to pick them up. But for now, just feel into what is present. Notice how that presence feels. Maybe it feels spacious. Maybe it feels a little scary. And again, there's no job to do with this, just notice. And just bringing your attention to your physical body, checking in again with how comfortable you feel, making any movements or adjustments that's necessary. And then noticing the way that on every inhale your body expands. Maybe it feels as if it gets closer to the surface that you are seated or lying down upon. And maybe notice on your exhale that your body seems to get smaller. And spaces appear, perhaps in the small of your back, maybe in your shoulder blades. And just notice that. Notice what's happening in your body when you watch the inhale and you watch the exhale. Maybe you might notice how the breath now is entering and exiting your body. Are you breathing in and out through the nose? And if you are, how does that feel? Maybe you're breathing using your mouth, and notice how that feels. And perhaps swap them around. And let's set the intention that you can explore and play with your breath throughout this session, just noticing how it feels in your being and how it feels in your body. We're into the last minute of this track now, and then we're going to move into 2 minutes of silence. You just let your breath continue in its natural rhythm and allow the silence to soothe you.
And as the bird song brings the silence to an end, just reflecting on that silence and how it felt.